Diddy is begging and crying to the judge once again. Yes, your boy Diddy is begging and crying to the judge, trying to get another case dismissed, the Jane Doe lawsuit. He's trying to get it dismissed from the court because Diddy knows he is on the clock. Tik-Tok, Tik-Tok. Diddy knows ever since Brendan Paul officially got charged with something, and he was alleged to be in Diddy's mule, his drug mule, by the Rodney Jones's lawsuit. Once the official charge came in on Brendan Paul, which happened weeks ago, Diddy realizes that he's on the clock. So his job is to knock down as many of these small pens as he can, get as many of these small cases, these civil cases dismissed as he can. Because once the Alphabet Boys come in, once the FBI come in with those sex trafficking charges, he's going to be doomed. So again, he's crying to the judge again. Please, 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 please. Diddy's attorneys have moved to have the Jane Doe lawsuit dismissed with prejudice. Now, they say the statute of limitations on the statute she is suing under has expired. So they looking for any little loophole to get these things out of here. Right now, Jane Doe's lawsuit alleges she was violated by Diddy and friends while she was only 17 years old.
God.
Crazy.
Don't nobody go in the bathroom for about 45 minutes.
You done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
You got knocked the fuck out. What's happening?
Now, according to Jane Doe's lawsuit, she initially met Harvey Pierre. He's the president of badboyrecords. She met him in Detroit. They jumped on a flight, private flight, flew her with them to New York. And that's when she met Diddy through drugs, alcohol at her, got her twisted all up. And they gang raped her. Diddy and friends gang raped her. The problem is this, right? That's conspiracy. That didn't just happen like, oh, wait, hey, how are you? Oh, you know what? Let's jump on this. Like, that sounded like it was a plot, a plan.
Yes.
This is crazy. You know, Diddy, of course, it's allegations, but if all these things hold true and they all sound similar, they sound very credible. If they hold true, then Diddy's definitely a sociopath. Definitely a monster that was in, I know he's not the only one, but he's being exposed allegedly in the worst possible way. Now, what's most crazy to me is that Diddy's attorneys aren't asking for the lawsuit to be dismissed because he's innocent. No, they're asking for it to be dismissed because of an error when she filed it that she made. Not that Diddy isn't a sociopath monster that committed this heinous crime, but because the statute Jane Doe's under has expired. The audacity.
My God.
This is so disrespectful. First, allegedly, if she was gang raped at 17, you imagine the stages of development. She's not even a full-grown adult. So she's still developing into an adult. So to go through something that traumatic and can you imagine the mixed emotions? How exciting and thinking she was on top of the world initially. I'm meeting Diddy, his friend coming to get me. She's thinking she's on top of the world. I made it. I'm close to the top level. Only to be used, abused, taken advantage of at 17? Come on. Of course, it's alleged, but just have a little empathy. Put yourself in her shoes. You got a nerve to say not that he's innocent, but the statute she's filing under has expired. Terrible. Now, according to Diddy's attorney, this woman, missed her window to sue. They also claim she didn't include important details about the incident and are claiming her case doesn't hold any merit and should not be heard. Oh, wait. So you're telling me they're claiming that she's missing some specific details about the incident, so they need to throw it out? Are they considering the trauma that she's probably been under for a few decades? The coping strategies that she's developed in order to just coexist and live from day to day? Can you imagine how she has to compromise what she really thinks and feels just to try to manage all of these feelings that she was dealing with over the past decades? And you telling me she forgot a few details? Come on now. So inconsiderate. Very, very inconsiderate, right? This doesn't make any sense to me. See, they're trying to discredit this woman's lawsuit just because she may have been traumatized, or whatever other issues from being assaulted by this monster. This is crazy to me. What do you think? How do you feel about it now? I know it's all allegations, but again, try to put yourself in this girl's shoes. Diddy's attorneys, they go on. They also stated the sparse amendments to the original complaint cannot remedy the falsehoods and incurable defects in the new pleading. Like the original complaint, it fails to state any real claim and must be dismissed. So again, they're fine-tooth combing every little small thing because Diddy's on the clock. Tik-Tok, Tik-Tok. Diddy's attorneys continue. Plaintiff cannot allege what day or time of the year the incident allegedly happened, yet can miraculously recall the most damaging details precisely. Well, duh, maybe the most damaging details precisely that she remembers were the specific details that keep playing over and over in her head for decades. Maybe that's why they're on the top of her mind and dominated any other part of the other things because they didn't take precedent. They wasn't as important. You can't determine what this woman should or shouldn't remember from this traumatic experience. Allegedly, these attorneys are so insensitive. Accordingly, this case should be dismissed now with prejudice to protect the Combs defendants from further reputational injury and before more party and judicial resources are squandered. Are you kidding me? So the reputation of these other Combs defendants, these other sex traffickers, allegedly is more important. Their reputation is more important than getting justice for this young lady that was gang raped at a tender age of 17 by a supposed superstar that traumatized her and changed her entire life. And you got the audacity to act like her claims are wasting money and judicial resources. How disrespectful, right? This is totally disrespectful and inconsiderate. Right? So this thing is crazy. Real crazy. The nerve to imply that Jane Doe is wasting judicial resources is crazy. In other words, she's too petty and insignificant to get a trial and have justice prevail. Come on now. We're all human. You got Jesus and then it's everybody else. You can't discredit her or make her to be so small because you want to try to win this case for this alleged sociopath monster. No. Let this woman state her claim. So what? There's gaps in it. She has to heal. Who knows what she's been through to try to cope and heal from what allegedly happened to her. Show some decency and some consideration and ultimately some empathy. Well, you all remember Cassie Ventura. Who could forget? She dropped the first bombshell and came at Diddy's neck. Of course, she dated Diddy for about 11 years and she claimed in her lawsuit that Diddy had her doing heinous things from, buying prostitutes, male prostitutes, videotaping them, bang her out, and then Diddy come get banged out and had sex with them, all kind of stuff. Freak-offs, revenge porn, used to force her to have sex with different people, rape her, all kind of stuff. She was the first one to come clean out with the lawsuit. The very next day, Diddy settled $30 million. So again, he's not saying I'm guilty, but settling is indirectly saying I'm guilty and I don't want this to pick up steam because other stuff may come out of the woodworks. Well, other things came out of the woodworks. You ever been in class and you don't understand anything the teacher's saying, but you're scared to raise your hand because you don't want to look like a nut in front of the class. And then the one person raise their hand and say, excuse me, I don't understand. And everybody else start raising their hand like, I don't understand either. I don't understand. This is what happened in this Diddy saga. Once one pen dropped, the other pens, it was a domino effect. And Diddy knows he's on the clock. Tik-Tok. Tik-Tok. See, now Diddy's begging and crying to the judge to dismiss the Jane Doe lawsuit. See, the thing is, what they don't understand is that now the people that's coming out making these, filing these lawsuits against Diddy, they now see a pathway to win because Cassie Ventura showed them the way. She got 30 large the next day. this Jane Doe is also using Cassie's same, she mentioned her name in the lawsuit and also using her same attorneys, right? Now don't forget about the federal sex trafficking charges, right? That are also still looming on Diddy. That's the big dogs. That's the real deal. You remember the house, the home raids and all of the, the military and rifles, and they had his kids out there on their knees and, they didn't arrest them, but they had them handcuffed for a bit and all of the news and media coverage and this and that. No, that's not going anywhere. That's the big boys, the AFF boys, the Homeland Security. Are you serious? So he got bigger fish to fry. So he's trying to take care of these tadpoles before the big fish come in, because any day they could drop the charge on him, and that's going to officially be an arrest. He's going to have to post bail, and he knows for sure, he's definitely on the clock. Tik-Tok, Tik-Tok. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate y'all all. I'm going to keep it coming. You be great, and more importantly, be blessed.